Doc Loves the Kids, a local Kitsap County nonprofit organization established in 2015, whose mission is to provide activities, programs, and community support for at-risk youth.
They put the U in community.
Doc Loves the Kids.
Welcome to Uncommon Courtesy,
where we give you the courtesy of conversation
that's uncommonly spoke of.
I'm D-Mac.
I'm Wesley.
And this is the show. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to catch us on our other shows, Plays and Parlays, Civil Discourse, UFC with LT, and The Friday Fix. Welcome back, Senior Wesley.
Hey, welcome back, man. It's good to see you, bro.
It's good to be back. Very good to be back.
Hey, we always get into, I think we've been talking, we were off camera talking a little bit. We're like, hey, we've been talking about Trump so much, man. We kind of wanted to get away from talking about Trump.
Yeah, we just want to give you some basic news stuff that's going on.
It's tough. It's tough.
It is tough because he got his finger in everything. Until he doesn't want it in everything.
But I think we've kind of gotten wrapped up in what's been going on with him, but he's kind of got the world wrapped up in what's been going on with him. You know what I mean? And so our first topic is kind of about him, but kind of about the state of the United States more than anything else. It's more about the state of the economy. I mean, I won't say that I've been feeling tariffs as much. I'm not sure if you felt it anywhere on any of the prices. Maybe we're just not paying attention.
Not yet. I mean, I'm kind of old and I buy the same things. I shop at the same places. Like,
yeah,
I know, like before you'd be able to go grocery shopping in one store, and that's what pisses people off these days.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just go to your Safeway, your Kroger, and just shop there one time. Like I have to go to, Winco and go buy my meat and stuff. Then I have to go here I go to Safeway to get my veggies because I like their veggie setup.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work there. And then I have to go to different places to shop, and it's what I have to do. And you have to use coupons. And so I think that's what, for me, it's like I just don't shop at one place.
Absolutely, man. But new tariffs, alarming jobs numbers, and high-profile firing. A wild week for the Trump economy. Trump's putting the squeeze on businesses and consumers while bringing in billions of dollars for the United States government. A job market that is showing signs of cracking even as the unemployment rate remains subdued. Tech stocks surging on Wall Street, fueled by artificial intelligence boom, as many other sectors are ailing. As Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick said on social media earlier this week, the Trump economy has officially arrived. The past week was already primed to be a doozy for data, while investors and analysts eagerly anticipate updates about economic growth, jobs, and the Fed's latest interest rate decision. Major companies like Apple, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft reported their latest financial results. Trump's deadline for trade deals was set for Friday. But what happened this week turned out to be more extraordinary than anyone expected. I'm sending off red flares. We're on the precipice of a recession, said Mark Zandi, chief economist at Moody's Analytics, a financial research company. If tariffs keep increasing, I don't know how we avoid a recession. Coming into this week, the U.S. economy had generally been considered in good shape, despite mounting uncertainty and concerns about slowing growth. The week kicked off in Scotland with the announcement of a deal with the European Union that would set tariffs at 15%, ending months of uncertainty surrounding the United States' largest trading partner. Trade talks then moved to Sweden, where the leading officials from the U.S. and China held 2 days of negotiations. The talks yielded neither a deal nor formal extensions of two countries' trade truce, which will expire August 12th. The meetings were very constructive, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent told reporters after the talks wrapped up. It's just that we haven't given the signal off. The meetings were very constructive. Given the importance of trade relations between the world's two largest economies, the cliffhanger meant that the cloud of uncertainty created by Trump's tariffs gambit persisted, despite having deals been struck with other major trading partners, including the European Union and Japan. Tuesday offered very little reason for renewed optimism, with the international shipping giant UPS again declining to issue financial forecasts for the rest of the year, prompting investors' concerns about the impact of Trump's shifting trade war and causing company shares to tank. What they're saying right now is also that the U.S. economy grew at 3%, beating expectations. Which was a good sign, for the U.S. economy. Growing at 3% is always really, really positive for us. We're about a 2%, 2.5%, maybe 3% sometimes. kind of growth. I mean, which is great for us because the larger your economy is, the harder it is for you to grow. It's easy for an emerging economy to grow because they have nowhere to go but up. They're already kind of in the dumps of, you know what I mean, of anything. So that's why you see 5% up to 8-9% growth from places like China and India. You can see that there because they have a lot of room to catch up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so that right now with the tariffs, I haven't really felt a lot of tariff kind of, burdens on me, but that's because August 1st was like the deadline for a lot of these tariffs to start really kicking in from a lot of these different countries. And so we got a trade deal with the European Union, which, that'll make sure the luxury brands and, champagne and things of that nature we buy from them, probably cars, things of that nature won't go up in price. But we still have Brazil, which is we probably buy a lot of produce from them, other things of that nature.
Especially in the wintertime. In the wintertime, a lot of our produce comes, actually the majority, I'll say about 90% of our produce comes from, I would say 80% comes from South America.
Really?
A lot. Yeah. Think about it. It's because it's cold up here.
Mexico, places like that. We buy a lot of our produce from these guys. And at the same time, we have these jobs numbers that have just, that have been abysmal. I mean, you got Trump coming out saying he's going to fire, the person who collects the jobs numbers, the analyst, because a simple fact that he didn't like the numbers. He said, this is a Biden appointee. Let me go ahead and fire him. This is unprecedented what he's doing right now. You're basically putting a fix in.
It's like you're trying to fire a teacher because she gave you a bad grade. But the truth is, because they said analogy. In May, at first it said 144,000 jobs were created, right? They revised that to only 19,000. And then in June, they said 147,000 jobs were created. Then they revised that to 14,000. But they said layoffs in America have hit about 800,000 people have been laid off in America. Let's see. No, my bad. 744,308 job cuts nationwide. And they keep coming. I don't know if you've seen Butterballs. They've been closing factories left and right.
I mean, we got to remember, people, they're going to look at this and say, why are they revising the numbers? They're doing something against Trump. Historically, this has always happened because you got to remember, you get July's jobs numbers on basically whatever the first Friday is of the next month. So we got July's jobs numbers pretty much on August 1st. Why are, what I'm saying? Like we have to, they're going to get more data later. This is what always happens. So this has happened during Obama's presidency. It happened during Trump's first presidency, happened during Bush. It happens on everybody. And for him to go back and say, basically, I'm going to put someone in there who's going to make sure I get favorable jobs numbers. Like, if you guys don't see the dictatorial kind of attitude that he's walking around with, our economy is ailing because of a lot of these jobs probably were jobs that he's cutting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you don't think that this is happening. You don't think that these people are losing their jobs when the Supreme Court comes back and they say, oh, no, it's fine that you cut these jobs. And then all of a sudden now you go ask them. That's a real job that you just cut.
Well, think about that. You got to think about that, too. And think about how much stuff gets, like, I remember when he was last in office, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
He did something with China. So they cut off, and I always bring this up, they cut off because I'm from Washington. They said no one can import gooey ducks to China, right? And China's 90% takes gooey ducks, right? He crippled the gooey duck business here in Washington just from that. So imagine how much stuff is not getting shipped out of the country because of what he's doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And people are going to lose their jobs. Some companies, they probably expect, hey, what I'm saying? We made a move, but we're waiting on this one big shipment. Then we get back and that shipment never happened. So people are losing their jobs. And then it doesn't help that AI is coming in and taking them too.
Absolutely. I mean, and it's like, it's almost like he was a guy they put in place to do this because he knew that you guys would go for it and there'd be nothing anybody else would do about it at the end of the day. He knows if you can get both sides to kind of put up with it, because we don't, this side of the aisle, I guess you would call it, we're gonna hem and haw and we're gonna get back at you later, but those jobs are gone. The other side, if he can convince the people who really need those jobs at the same time, he can convince you that it's fine. Oh, it's fine. Those jobs are, you don't need these government jobs, they're out of here. You don't need these jobs over here, they're out of here. Now we got to have AI coming in at the same time, taking more jobs. Who's going? I
thought the jobs report would be better because all these poor people that were getting free handouts are supposed to be working now. So what's going on?
Where are they going to go work at? You know what I mean? When you're cutting all these positions, you don't get company. If I'm a company and I know that I can, if I got to say I got a workforce of 10 people, and I can cut 7 of those jobs, you think I'm bringing them back for what?
Yeah.
For what? Why am I going to bring back these jobs to you for now, even though you need them? I'm like, I don't need those people. I cut my overhead. I'm putting more money in my pocket. I can get the same work out of these 10 people. Out of these 3 I got, out of the 10 people I had before. For what? Huh. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. This is where our economy is heading, and we have to start making
adjustments.
Absolutely. Everyone's going to have to start making adjustments. They put out lists of like 40 different jobs that AI is going to affect the
driving
most.
Jobs pretty soon. Even the job that I work on my daily, like I can see that they're trying to ramp it up to get machines to take it.
Oh, absolutely. When you're dealing with even any kind of brokering, when you're dealing with anything like that as well, when you're calling and talk to different brokers or different companies, they have an AI answer the phone for you. Oh, can I take your number?
I went to Wendy's, brother, and the drive-through lady was an AI, and she must have thought I was fat because she keeps giving me double meals, and I'm like, I'll take it.
But this is where we're heading. Because why am I going to have a person do this job right here when I can have this thing do it here, and then when I really need someone for you to talk to, I'll have a guy down the line for you to talk to. But by the time you get there, he's already probably talked to 3 or 4 people because it's going to take you so long to get through this AI.
Well, you get so frustrated, you hang up, and you either deal with it, or by the time you get to somebody, it's someone foreign anyways.
Or you go online and do it.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden I can either use my online system, it's quicker for myself, or I can use this is where we're going, folks.
People need to learn how to can food and just prepare. And it's crazy how the price of everything's going up and everyone's losing their jobs. But I guess they're okay with it because they're just going to hide it now.
It's going to happen.
Think about it. They fired the people that were doing the climate change report. They're like, this is what the climate's going to look like. They fired them.
Fire them all.
Try to bury the report.
And you guys are good with this. It's to me, it's just baffling to listen to.
I don't think a lot of people are good with it, actually. I think there's a lot of bots online because I think a lot of people, they're just having buyer's remorse. And the one guy said, hey, just admit you were lied to. That's all you have to do. Don't admit you regret your vote or what. Just admit you were lied to.
To me, man, you wanted this, man. This is exactly what you were good with. I don't even want to. You can say I was lied to, whatever you want. But if you fail for this, it's an issue. And I can't say that I just look at Trump, everything's like horrible about him. I'm not going to say that. There's things that are good about Trump. I think some of his we'll see where he pans out with them. Some of his foreign policy issues are good. Okay, he's trying to take a tougher stance on Russia, not seeing any actual doing.
He said first president to stand up against Israel and say something.
Yeah, I'm not, but he's still allowing a genocide. But there is some kind of movement when he's talking about I'm going to send in food. There is something going on. Yeah. There's something cooking more than just we're Zionist. There's a red line and everything else that's being
Israel has a right to defend themselves.
Exactly. So
even though that was almost a year and a half ago, and
hopefully its economy can get better, but I don't see it happening with these tariffs and with the way things are going and with us spending more. Where are we going to get the money from? People are not going to have jobs to pay taxes. I don't know. Rich getting richer.
Well, don't worry. You get no tax on your tips at the end of the year. And it only is so much.
Hey, it's crazy.
That's only good for 3 years.
Who's going to have those jobs after 3 years?
Nobody.
AI. Yeah. Robots are going to be dealing with those. So it won't be you there worrying about tips anymore anyway. So
I'll be happy for that. Everybody want a tip.